CBSE Class 10 Footprints Without Feet. Chapter 2 The Thief's Story. Written by Ruskin Bond. Introduction. This story is about Hari Singh, a young vagabond who steals to earn a living. He changes his name every month to stay ahead of the police. He meets a 25-year-old writer named Anil, and his life changes forever. The story unfolds on how the thief betrays Anil by committing a theft, but retracts very soon to return back to his dream of becoming an educated and respectable man. Theme. The story deals with basic human values and relationships. It touches upon the basic goodness inherent in each individual. Through the character of Hari Singh, the story explores the need for living a respectable life. Anil presents a perfect picture of compassion and magnanimity who leaves an indelible mark on the young thief Hari Singh. Characters: Hari Singh, a 15-year-old homeless thief with a pleasing disposition. Anil, a 25-year-old struggling writer full of compassion. The chapter summary and progression. Hari Singh meets Anil while watching a wrestling match. After a pep talk, Hari Singh talks Anil into taking him as a helper. Anil keeps him on account that he would cook, but soon discovers that Hari Singh cannot. Yet, Anil lets him stay. Anil teaches him to cook, read, and write. Hari Singh happily spends his days thinking that education would be of advantage to him in his trade of stealing and duping people. Anil, who is a struggling writer, finally gets a big break one day. He also gets some good money. Carelessly, he keeps the money under the mattress and sleeps. Hari Singh decides to steal that money. After Anil sleeps, he takes out the money carefully and runs away with it. At the railway station, he lets the Lucknow Express go by. He thinks of Anil, all that he had given him, and the trust that he had placed in him. He thinks of his life with Anil and how he had started dreaming of becoming a respectable man one day. He returns back, soaked in rain, and slips the money under the mattress. The next morning, Anil hands over 50 rupees to Hari Singh and assures him that from now on he would be paid regularly. Anil probably knew what Hari Singh had done, but he was ready to give him another chance. Synopsis. Anil is a young struggling writer who lives very carelessly. One day, Anil meets Hari Singh, a young homeless wanderer who is actually a thief. Charmed by his innocent ways, Anil lets him stay in his house as an errand boy. He teaches him how to cook, how to write and add numbers. Hari Singh has his own ways, but Anil doesn't mind. Both live together happily. One day Hari Singh notices Anil bring in some good money which he keeps carelessly under the mattress. Hari's evil spirit awakens and he decides to rob Anil that night. After taking dinner, when Anil sleeps, Hari steals the money and runs away with it. At the railway station, he lets the train go past him. His inner voice tells him not to betray the faith of Anil. Anil's character and the lure to learn more from Anil pull him back. Finally, he returns back drenched in rainwater. The next morning, Anil hands over 50 rupees from a total of 600 to Hari Singh and tells him that now he would be paid regularly. Coming to the question answers. Question number 1. Who does I refer to in the story? Answer. In the story, I refers to the thief who introduces himself as Hari Singh. Question number 2. What is he a fairly successful hand at? Answer. He is a fairly successful hand at stealing. He easily charms people with his appealing smile and flamboyant flattery. Question number 3. What does he get from Anil in return for his work? Answer. Hari Singh gets a very good bargain. In return for his work, he gets to stay in Anil's house, gets free meals, and free coaching classes in writing words and adding numbers. Apart from all this, he also manages to make a profit of almost 1 rupee from the grocery money every day. Question number 4. How does the thief think Anil will react to the theft? Answer. The thief thought that on discovering the theft, Anil would be sad, not because of the lost money, but because of the loss of trust. Question number 5. What does he say about the different reactions of people when they are robbed? Answer. The thief muses about the reactions of different people based on his experience as a thief. He feels that upon being robbed, the greedy man showed fear, the rich man anger, and the poor man acceptance. Question number 6. Does Anil realize that he has been robbed? Answer. Yes, probably Anil knows that he had been robbed because all the notes were wet and damp from the last night's rain. Still, he does not make it obvious and gives 50 rupees to Hari Singh. He probably understands Hari Singh's mindset and also the spark that he has within himself of becoming a respectable man one day. So, he lets go of the whole episode. Question number 7. What are Hari Singh's reactions to the prospect of receiving an education? Do they change over time? What makes him return to Anil? Answer. Hari Singh feels that education can make him earn a lot of money. His reactions to receiving an education change over a period of time. Initially, he finds education to be an instrument in becoming a more successful thief. But as he becomes a part of the calm and civilized world of Anil, he starts embracing education with a wish to become respectable and magnanimous. Anil's character fascinates the young boy. In order to change his life forever, he returns to Anil's secure shelter to become an educated and respectable man. And the last question, why doesn't Anil hand the thief over to the police? Do you think most people would have done so? In what ways is Anil different from such employers? Answer. Anil does not hand over the thief to the police. He knew that Hari Singh was embarrassed and repentant. He had realized his mistake and wanted to mend his ways. Also, being a loner, maybe Anil knew how harsh life could get with a young vagabond. Having lived with Hari Singh for some days, he knew that he was basically a good chap, so he wanted to give him another chance to become a better person. No, I don't think most people would have done so because it needs a lot of compassion and experience to understand the state of Hari Singh. It also takes a lot of courage to trust someone who has broken your trust once. Anil definitely stands out as even at a young age, he is a very calm and collected person. Instead of